The man grinned, squeezed Lily's face, and asked, "Now you are my woman, and you are still going to be with him?" Zhao Dong's woman must not allow other men to get involved. Lily hurriedly said, "Don't worry, Dong, I haven't let him touch me since we were together. I think he is dirty. My body will always be Dong's only, and it's only used to serve Dong. Brother, you are alone." Then, she explained, "Actually, I wanted to break up with him immediately after the restaurant opened, but I didn't expect that a classmate this guy knew was a bit capable and helped him fix the troubles in the development zone. Scar, I want to wait for the business to stabilize before telling him to break up and kick him out of the restaurant." Zhao Dong laughed and said, "It's just a scar, what's the deal? If you told me earlier, I can ask his eldest brother to apologize to you with just one call." Lily smiled and said, "Oh, you're still good at it, Dong. At that time, it was urgent, I didn't care to call you, and Steven was also there. I'm afraid you will be unhappy if you meet him." Zhao Dong pinched her waist and said with a smile, "You are quite sensible." Lily hurriedly rubbed her arm in front of her and said, "Dong, are you willing to buy a BMW X6 for someone else?" Zhao Dong smiled and said, "So, later, we will go to my house and let you feed several times. Then you will break up with that pauper, and I will buy you a BMW X6 tomorrow." Lily asked in surprise, "Dong, is what you said is true? Will you really buy me X6 tomorrow? When did I lie to you?" Zhao Dong grinned and said, "However, you have to serve me well before you can drive it." Lily immediately winked and said, "Don't worry, Dong, I will take care of you when I get to your house later." The two said, turned around, and left the force shop. Charlie was very annoyed at a couple of dogs, and immediately took out his mobile phone and called Steven. As soon as Steven answered the phone, he immediately said excitedly, "Charlie, how are you doing? Why do you think of calling me?" Charlie said lightly, "Call to greet you, what are you up to now?" Steven said, "I'm helping out at the back kitchen of the restaurant. It's not fast at noon, and it's about to be served, so I'll help." Charlie asked, "Are you busy in the hotel every day?" Steven said, "Yes, the restaurant has just opened, and there are many things. Besides, more than half of the money in this restaurant is from Lily's father. If I don't work harder, they will look down upon them." Charlie asked again, "How much did you pay?" "I gave out 100,000. This is all my savings since graduating from university." Charlie continued to ask, "Who is the owner of the restaurant?" Steven said, "It's me." Charlie asked, "Is your name written in the industrial and commercial registration?" Steven said, "That's not the case. The industrial and commercial registration is in Lily's father's name. Lily and I are not married yet. Since they paid the money, it wasn't appropriate to write my name on the paper." After speaking, Steven said again, "But her father said that after we get married, he will shift the ownership of the hotel to me." Charlie shook his head as he listened. "This fool, I don't know if he has been used. Lily treated him like a cow, a horse, and as a slave, and asked him to work in the hotel business in the development zone. She went out to steal people by herself, and got together with rich men, and planned to kick him out. Now the hotel has nothing to do with Steven in the business registration. Once Lily turns her face, he can only go out of the house. When the time comes, not only will everything be in vain, but his own 100,000 will also vanish." Thinking of this, he felt even more disgusted with Lily and asked Steven directly, "Why did Lily go out now?" Steven smiled and said, "She went to the hairdresser. What's wrong?" Charlie sneered, "Doing hair? Did she say that?" "Yes, indeed." "You believe what she said?" Steven asked in a surprised tone. "Charlie, what do you mean?" "Just say it, don't go around." Charlie gave a hum and said, "Then I'll tell you the truth. I saw Lily in a BMW 4S store. She was still hugging a man named Zhaodong, and she kept calling that Zhaodong my dear. She might be cuckolded by him." "Impossible." Steven blurted out, "Lily is not that kind of person at all." "Could it be you who recognized the wrong person?" Charlie said confidently, "I can't be mistaken, it was her." "I don't believe it." Steven said coldly, "Charlie, we are in a good relationship, but you can't say bad things about my wife just because we are friends." Charlie said coldly, "Steven, wake up. Your wife is already with other men, and that Zhao Dong also promised to buy her a BMW X6. Now Lily is going home with him, preparing for the evening. She will break up with you when she comes back. As an old classmate, I advise you to prepare early. Without waiting for Stephen's answer, Charlie continued, you'd better transfer the painting that I sent you out first, and keep that painting. You still have the capital to make a comeback, but if you don't believe me, then I don't have any method to save you from the trouble coming up ahead.